Hey guys, and welcome back to the finale of our Sega Master System and Game Gear Sonic Showcase. This is a game, apparently. This is Sonic Blast. We can play as either Sonic or Knuckles. It goes for some weird pseudo 3D look, and it has not aged well at all. Even at the time, I don't think it looked great.
Well, there's a bit of a story behind this one, because you may notice this is the Master System version of Sonic Blast. And some people who are watching this might wonder, was there a Master System version? Because in the US and the UK, this was a Game Gear exclusive. However, there was actually a company called Tectoy, based in Brazil, to my knowledge, who worked on this port, and that was the only official Master System version of Sonic Blast. And what a wonderful port this is. You can see right there from that, they haven't changed the UI, so it's like the Game Gear UI, but just dotted in the middle of the screen, because fuck it. You'll notice throughout the game, there are things that just sort of pop in from the side of the screen, where that would have been off screen on the Game Gear.
The only thing I really know about Blast, apart from the fact that this is one of the only games where Sonic has a double jump as a standard ability. I believe Colors was one. Did Generations have the double jump? I forget.
No.
Okay. I think Lost World had it. Did it have it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but oh my Jesus, look at the fucking layout.
You will see that those colours in the background, they don't stay set. If the palette in the special stage changes, you get a flicker like just then.
Lovely.
This is such a fucking shit show of a port, but it's the Master System version, so you do avoid the screen crunch issues, which the Game Gear 1 does have in spades. Mm-hmm. But your payoff is this.
Richie, what's your experience with Blast, mate? Have you heard the rumours?
I have heard basically nothing. My only knowledge of Sonic Blast is Sonic 3D Blast, I think.
An infinitely better game.
I think I have actually played that one, didn't really get very far with it. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that much of a fan either, but yeah, I'm just looking at this and just going, oh my god, it's hideous, what is happening?
We may have to do Flicky's Island one day just so I can upset Tom, but yeah.
It's my guilty pleasure Sonic game next to Secret Rings, okay? Don't take that away from me. It's one of the only things I have in life.
We can take Secret Rings away from you, and we already have, because you hated that at the end of recording that game, so, yeah.
Okay. Not a lot of fanfare for getting a Chaos Emerald, I suppose, but Blast is a very bare-bones sort of game. It's, as you see it, really, there's not much to talk about here, so we're just going to bullshit and basically sum up our thoughts on the 8-bit era as a whole. Flame, why don't we start with you? Compared to the 16-bit era, instead of just waving their tinier or younger brothers away completely, like a lot of Sonic fans unfortunately tend to do, how do you feel about them?
I think the 8-bit games feel a lot more experimental and on the whole just a bit weird when you look at them in especially nowadays, considering we have the Mega Drive one set the foundation for the rest of the series, and then there's these sort of off to the side, everything's a little bit off model, it's got its own way of handling things. I kind of like them for what they are. I'm not that big on, say, Sonic 2, but the rest of them do their thing. Even this game, it's a shitty pull, but, it's fun enough for the first couple of levels. But, they kind of do their thing. They're harmless, really, I guess.
What about you, Richie, from what you've seen, obviously, since you haven't played any of them?
Yeah, so, I mean, from what I've seen, they're not horrendous. I mean, Sonic Chaos actually looked quite fun, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And if I was going to actually play any of them, it would definitely be Sonic Chaos, because that looked like the sort of most decent one to me.
And the shortest.
And the shortest, yeah, that does help a lot.
Yeah, I know, I'm just joshing.
But yeah, I like that sort of they did do their own things. And I think it would probably be nice if they maybe got a little bit more love in terms of references in more recent games, because obviously they are part of the franchise, as little known as they probably are.
We made it to a brick wall.
Oh my god. Yeah, they just abruptly end levels sometimes. It's weird. Supersonic on, like, the signpost at the end. I don't think you can even go supersonic at this point.
Oh god.
Alright, let's actually look up some, like, information. Like, where's the story and whatnot? Oh no, I'm on the actual Wikipedia page. I need the Sega wiki for this. Sega wiki. Sonic Blast, save me!
Well, whilst you're doing that, I'll just sort of finish off my point, sort of. Yeah, like, pretty much all of them seem okay, apart from this one, which I'm looking at and just going, what the frick is this? And I think that's mostly the visual style. It's just, like, really not doing very well for me. This is basically what I imagine when I think of, like, bootleg Sonic.
That's what I was gonna get at. It seems like it's trying to do the sort of pre-rendered sprite thing that Donkey Kong Country did, just horribly wrong.
Yes.
That's probably the only way you can really put it, really, is... Like, I think this game does get judged a bit harshly because of the visuals, because, like, some of the levels are fun. Some of them are a pain in the arse, but, you know...
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. That's entirely on me, I will admit.
Then, by the same token, can you really expect much difference? Because, like, presentation is meant to appeal you to the game, and if the presentation is, like, Happy Meal toy... like, it's kind of failed its own role in the game there.
Well, come on, to be fair, the McDonald's Happy Meal toys did look better than the Sonic sprite in Blast.
True, like fucking Sonic Speedway and shit, like Jesus Christ.
Alright, let's get the story ongoing here. According to the Japanese manual, renowned resident hero Sonic the Hedgehog was enjoying a nap on his palm tree hammock during a peaceful afternoon on South Island. His repose was interrupted, however, by the blinding flash of a Chaos Emerald. The emerald shattered into 5 different coloured pieces with an ear-splitting shriek, scattering off into the distance. Suddenly, the booming laughter of Dr. Eggman echoed above him. The villain had been aiming for Sonic with a laser beam, but struck the lone Chaos Emerald instead.
What?
What a fucking moron. Despite his error, Eggman was pleased with the unexpected results. He impulsively wanted to use the 5 shards of a shattered emerald to fortify his new aerial base, the Silver Castle, which he created after he realised that the other emeralds began to scatter away from South Island. Just as Sonic prepared to set off in search of the pieces, Knuckles the Echidna stepped out from the shade of a nearby tree, having witnessed the event. The two heroes resolved to foil Dr. Eggman and collect the miniature Chaos Emeralds to restore it.
Right.
Okay. Every time you go through these like story synopsis, it's like I get a little way in and then I'm lost, and it's like these sure are things that could be happening to Sonic and his friends, and it's like, okay.
I just can't get over, like, the conceit of the story is Eggman fucked up but decided to roll with it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, when you fuck up as often as Eggman, would you not kind of get used to that?
Yeah, I suppose so. An alternate, less convoluted storyline is offered in the English manual, released slightly earlier. Dr. Robotnik's latest scheme. A mysterious island has surfaced near Sonic's home, an island with a revoltingly familiar shape. The bold dome and walrus-shaped mustache are a total giveaway. Robotnik has built another floating platform to carry on with his plan to rule the world. Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles the Echidna decide that there's only one thing to do. Get to the platform, break inside and do some serious property damage. Unfortunately, that's precisely what that egg-headed villain is counting on. Robotnik has laid a series of traps that he thinks are infallible. His plan is all too familiar. Get rid of his nemesis Sonic for good, and once that's done, collect the Chaos Emeralds in order to gain the power that he needs to take over the world. Travel with Sonic the Hedgehog or Knuckles the Echidna through a maze of traps, evil robots, and fearsome scenery, and prove to Dr. Robotnik that there's no trap made that a determined Sonic or Knuckles can't overcome.
Okay, so where does the incredibly on-the-nose Journey to the West reference come into that story?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, he's got a staff and a cloud. Yeah, I kind of see what you're going for there, mate.
And, you know, he goes Super Saiyan, and, yeah, there's a little bit too on the nose. And you might have noticed by now, and, you know, with Robotnik building his Silver Castle, all the levels are named after colours. So it's not Green Hill Zone, as in, you know, the 16-bit version, it's just a hill that's green.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what Green Hill always is?
Shut up, okay? I'm just saying.
No, well, you get to the next level and it's more like Sand Hill around here. I gotta get that in as many times as I can, because that line is delivered so goofy in fucking voices.
Yeah, oh, Sonic, you think you're a chuckster, but you're actually not even a yuckster. I don't know where I was going with that. I will say, though, Yellow Desert didn't look too bad. Like, this one just seems like a mess of geometric shapes, but I didn't mind the Egyptian-themed level.
No, Yellow Desert is okay because it didn't try to do too much, whereas this has like a lot of like complex sprite work in the background and foreground, and like given the colour is the same, it sort of kind of, you know, meshes together a little bit.
Yeah.
But given we're in another special stage here, to explain properly how the special stages work here, aside from the flickering, you get into them through them little rings that we've seen. There is a ring in every stage, to my recollection. However, it's only actually the Act 2 ones that have a Chaos Emerald at the end of them. The others are like a sort of Heroes type thing where it just gives you lives.
Oh, okay.
So how can you fail these exactly? Because I'm not seeing any time limit.
I think there's like an ending to it.
Okay.
So like if you just get to the end and haven't like got enough rings, then it's like, no, fuck you, no Chaos Emerald for you.
Oh, it's like Sonic 2 in that regard then.
Yeah, a little bit.
What are those meant to be? They look like cough drops or something. They ain't Chaos Emeralds.
Well, that's clearly what they're intended to be. They're just pretty hideous.
Why aren't they all the same colour, by the way, if they're like shards of the same emerald?
Because
the guy writing the manual like a week before launch didn't actually play the game.
Oh god. What animal is he? Okay, Crash Bandicoot. That'll have to do.
Yes, this is Sonic's arse. Got it.
Lava Reef, this is not, my friends.
No. Don't we love this gimmick where you just slowly scroll up the wall?
Oh, you're one of those Sonic fans. Oh, I'm not
I
going
like to go fast.
I'm not going fast right now. I have to put in a bit of effort.
I'm sorry, I like to go fast. I have several diagnosed conditions that support this, but I like to go fast.
Jesus, you made the joke that time, so that's entirely on you, my friend.
Yep, I'm allowed to, fuck you.
For some reason, like, the part of the visual design that bothers me the most right now isn't the foreground, background, or Sonic sprite, it's actually the counter next to the rings.
I mean, yeah, that counter is annoying me. It's because it's that sort of very standard digital font. It just looks really unoriginal, and just unappealing.
Yeah.
But I would say for me, really, it's Sonic's sprite. I would say because it's just my god. I had problems with the Triple Trouble sprite. This is just like so much worse.
Well, my problem with the encounter is that it's in the middle of the fucking screen because I didn't bother moving it from the Game Gear one. But you know.
Music's not really anything to write home about right now, I'm gonna be honest.
It's really not, no. Again, it's just like the entire presentation of this game feels incredibly cheap.
Yes.
And it kind of bleeds through into everything else.
Oh my god, I thought we were like in a void for a second then, I guess we kind of are.
We kind of are though, to be fair, like, yeah, and I enjoy the fact that Eggman doesn't completely disappear off the screen, again another thing, because they weren't accounting for having the bigger resolution.
Aw, he's just hiding, he took it out after doing a single jump.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe you should kind of learn to not hide in plain sight.
What kind of guy gets tired out while he's operating a robot? That says a lot about Robotnik. Also, I'm not sure that thing is meant to be on the front, but it looks like his mech was wearing a fucking bow tie.
It really did. I mean, I suppose it's because he wants his robots to look cool or something.
Ah, bow ties. They're cool. Next level!
Do we have to go to the next level? The next level is fucking miserable.
Blue Marine Zone. Oh, I remember this one.
Yes, this is my least favourite level in this game. It's definitely low down in the Sonic series.
Oh, Jesus. What? That barely even looks like a crab meat.
Okay, so again, in typical 8-bit Sonic-like form, we have massive performance issues underwater. We have the mazes from the fucking Scrambled Egg Zone from Sonic 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's again trial and error, but underwater and everything's really slow. Can you like take an easy guess at why I might not be too big on this level?
No, Flame, never guess whatsoever. It's like really impossible to guess exactly why you would hate this stuff. Like it's just impossible. You know?
Richy, stop padding the runtime by being excessively pedantic. But don't worry, Flame. I have a bit of a rumour, a bit of a word on the grapevine that they're remastering Sonic Blast in full HD with 60 FPS to finally meet your nitpicky demands.
Yes, because I'm nitpicking by taking issue with what we're seeing on screen right now, aren't I?
Well, no, I was just blasting you for always needing 60 FPS to play a game, you big baby.
Well, it's not so much that I need it, I just get sick of, like, people accepting 30 FPS as though that's okay when it's been technically possible to do 60 for, like, well over a decade.
Accepting? Most people don't really have input in the game development process, Flame. They have no say.
No, but how often, when it turns out that a game is running at 30 FPS and there's some bullshit reason from the publisher about it, do you see on fucking forum threads and comments are like, oh, well, it doesn't matter to me, people need to stop complaining, even though it's like a massive part of what the game is. That stuff gets to me.
Well, I guess that's your problem, I suppose. I'm just going to completely ignore the fact that I also get, like, booty hurt over other people's comments regarding certain things sometimes.
Yeah, well, at least I bitch about things that actually affect how enjoyable a game is, and you bitch about what Tumblr thinks of a cartoon.
Shut the fuck up.
You've left yourself open with this now, you know that.
I mean, I'd say that the whole thing with the 60 FPS debate is that it's one of those things where it does depend entirely on the game. There are certain games which really do feel a lot better with 60 frames per second to play them. Others, it doesn't matter so much, and I think you've got to kind of be able to judge it based on the game rather than what it's sort of necessarily its frame rate, because some games are okay with it. Others, no, they really should be 60 frames per second and they're daft for not doing it. It's just sort of that difficult balance to hit.
Okay, so I need to enjoy this cinematic experience that we're watching right now.
Well, this instance, this really should be 60 frames per second, and my god, that was close.
Yeah, that was right on the edge there.
Oh my god, I'm just looking through the banding list here. Do you know what the octopus is called?
Go on.
Octopus.
Okay, they really put a lot of the wind that one.
Yes, indeed. So we have Green Hill, Yellow Desert, Red Volcano, Blue Marine, Silver Castle, and there is a final zone, believe it or not, depending on whether you get all 5 Chaos Emeralds.
Is it called, like, Black Hellscape or something?
No, it's just called Extra Boss.
Yes.
For God's sake, like, you've got a theme. Bloody stick to it.
We could stick to it, or we could not. Just a thought.
That sounds good. I'm fine with that. It looked like they put a little shine effect on the Chaos Emeralds, but I couldn't tell whether that was just like the graphics flickering or not. I'm sorry, I've been speaking for almost 3 hours. My words are not working correctly anymore.
Yeah, no, I think we've all pretty much conked out by this point.
Hey, that's not an excuse to half-ass the commentary, okay?
It's true, but then, I feel very much like those crab meats look right now.
See, you conked out. I took the smart move and had a biscuit break between parts, and I'm fine.
No, I had a Jaffa Kick bar as well. I'm just like, I think it's the Sonic Blast visuals that I'm just looking at them, just going, nope. I'm just noping out of this right now.
Kind of makes me want a burger.
Kind of makes me want to kill myself.
Each to their own. Not until you've edited this shit, goddamn.
Yeah, like, I send the final audio file to you, and now I die, and I just like fade off screen, like a cursor comes from out of nowhere, picks me up, and just drags me off screen.
It'll be like that one GIF of like the old guy like moving his computer into like the my computer thing into the recycle bin, and the computer just disappears off his desk.
Or a Link Faces of Evil boss death animation. God, I was rewatching the Game Grumps playthrough of that the other day. It is the playthrough is good. The actual game is abysmal, I should say.
Well, yes. I mean, I have to say, I think that probably the best exits are, if you could do it exit pursued by a Sonic, that would probably be quite a good one.
Always got to get a bit of Shakespeare in there, don't you, Richard?
Well, of course! Exit pursued by a bear is one of my favourite exits for a character ever. It's amazing.
Ironically, we didn't have an exit there. We just reached a dead end, and then Sonic decided, oh, that's enough of Blue Marine Act 2, I guess.
I'm just gonna stand here and drown. Good even, more Blue Marine. Just where I wanna be.
It's fine, we're almost done with your least favourite level, mate.
Yeah. At least Silver Castle's got some more interesting things aesthetically, even if it does still look like a house.
I guess so. I never gave my opinions on the 8-bit games. I've pretty much been interspersing them throughout my commentary, I think you'll find. But yeah, I'll just basically echo what Flame and Richy are saying. They're very experimental. They're not as solid as their 16-bit counterparts, wherever, that might apply. But I'd say apart from Blast, like, they're all pretty sound. Like, even, I can't believe I'm saying this, even Labyrinth is more fun to play than Blast.
I don't know, because, like, this again, I feel like some of the levels are okay. Like, this is kind of the shit show part. But, like, the earlier levels, I kind of feel bad just shitting on it completely, because there is still some fun stuff here. And like I said earlier, I kind of feel like the visuals sell it horribly.
Yes, they do.
And then I'm up to this boss, and again we've got another screen resolution issue where you can't hit Eggman even when he still looks like he's on the screen.
I like the little pose Sonic does whenever he gets, like, an air bubble, by the way. Very Sonic Adventure-esque.
A little bit, I suppose. I love Eggman just popping in.
Just pulling comparisons out of my arse at this point. I have truly no commentary for Sonic Blast.
Yeah, well, it's fine. We've got like 10 minutes left.
But Flame, that means we've got 10 minutes left.
Yes, but we've got a new level after this boss finally fucking dies.
It's true.
And it's actually got some interesting stuff. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say fun for Silver Castle, but interesting at least.
God, is this boss not fucking dead yet? Thank you.
No, it doesn't, because every time it looks like I've got a chance to hit him, he disappears.
Well,
yeah.
Sonic looks pixelated there. Offensive.
Yes, this is the first time you've noticed that Sonic looks pixelated in this game, is it?
You know what the hell I mean. He looked fuzzy and censored.
Yeah, like, it's like he's flipping the bird at the camera and they just don't want to show it.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. My eyes couldn't tell what was going on for a second there.
Yep, this looks like a mess.
Like I say, it's not good or fun. Interesting to look at least.
I think interesting is selling it not quite right. Visually a mess is probably a little bit more accurate, I feel.
Oh my God, they took this from Blast. They did for that one Metal Sonic boss in Mania.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a reach.
It is.
Like, it's kind of similar. Well, it's sometimes hard. There, we've gone to another fucking dead end, but it's kind of hard to tell with like the Mania team sometimes because like some of the references they put in are quite obscure. So like when these things happen, it's like they could have done that like as a little nod.
Or it could just be a complete coincidence. If I was in that team, I would just own that. It's like, yeah, I did that. I truly know the Sonic franchise.
Wow, that is like the most pathetic bragging rights you could have.
Yeah, yes it is. So we've got another series of teleportee puzzles here. Not too at the realms of like what's the comparison I can go for here? Scrap Brain?
Pokemon?
I was thinking more Sonic, but yeah, Pokemon has a lot of teleporter puzzles. Good job, Richy. Have a biscuit.
Okay, we've got another one of these then. Like, I find usually, like, unless you can explicitly see rings in the air, you're best off just avoiding the springs, because, like, they just, like, mean you might get one and miss, like, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more accurate just to jump when you can, and also the boost pads as well do a similar kind of thing.
Ah, boost pad.
Yes. Not a bounce pad. Bounce pad.
Realise we're going to have to cover Rise of Lyric properly in a playthrough at one point, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Not this year, don't worry. I'll be announcing what game we're covering next, which you're also recording, Flame, after we're done with this game.
Can't remember which of the ones we've discussed it is yet.
Let me see, is it? Do I actually have the list here? I will look up
Well,
Sonic.
I hope you have the list, because I have absolutely no idea what we're doing next, so...
The thing is, like, Tom and I sometimes just throw ideas down and, like, we're going to get to all of them eventually, but in what order, I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see. Sonic-a-thon game order, Sonic the Hedgehog Master System Bridge Zone Remix Dance Edition, Sonic-a-thon game order, 2017 LP list. Okay, I'm just gonna Sonic list. Man, my files are a shit show here. Whatever.
Yeah, sounds like you really do need to tidy them up a little bit.
Oh, you know what, Richie? You need to tidy up your attitude and stop criticising me all the time.
Ooh!
Snap!
I'm just gonna go on my phone for the last 5 minutes, thanks!
Get back here, you bitch. But yeah, you should tidy up your files. Ignore the fact that I have probably about 3 terabyte of fucking Sonic footage alone at this point.
What is this puzzle here?
Basically, it's sort of like the gates in Hot Shelter, except not. You just got to stand on the platform and it kind of charges up that thing in the middle there.
Okay.
And when there's like all of them, you can kind of progress.
I'm mildly impressed by this. Oh, Jesus.
Or you can do that because I wanted to shove up out it. It fucks up your sprite if you stand on it the wrong angle.
They're really liking this, God, it looks so bad here. It looks so bad.
Well, it's because of the limited colour palette, like, it can't do transparency particularly well. So whenever there is, like, the spikes or something that should ideally be overlaid, it just has to have, like, a harsh black, and that's why the sides look really jarring.
I was gonna
And that's
say.
another thing in terms of the conversion here, because, like I said in the Triple Trouble playthrough, the Game Gear naturally does have a wider colour palette, but obviously the Master System can't use that. So, like, they've had to skimp on it a bit, and it fucking shows.
This is a really interesting final boss.
Ugh.
It's got some things going on. It's kind of difficult to line things up because you can't always see which side he's going to be shooting from. Naturally, I did this entirely legitimately with no cheating or anything.
I sense save state shenanigans. Also, what are you actually doing to hurt him?
What you are doing is you're controlling that platform using the wheel, and you're like returning his shots back to him.
Okay.
So that's what you got. That's where him being off screen is a problem, because like you can't always tell which side he's shooting from to like line it up.
There's a little like breakout panel in the middle. I totally didn't see that. He looks very nonplussed when he gets hit by his own laser, which is ironic, seeing as he shot the laser at the wrong fucking thing that kicked off this adventure.
And he put the fucking panel there in the first place. But we've got a little bit left to go, because, you know, we've got all the Chaos Emeralds and shit.
Extra level time, let's go. There you go, Sonic, you can move on now. Right past the borders of the AI, or the UI. Whoa, okay.
Now, we are actually trapped in the Game Gear resolution here, like, you can't go off the side from it, which is probably for the better here, but it just seems jarring, the fact that, like, if you're playing this on a TV and, like, half the screen isn't getting used.
Huh. This isn't bad for a final boss, I gotta say.
It's interesting. It's actually kind of difficult because, like, there's not that much space to move in when you're shooting these blue projectiles at you.
And I suppose also you've got to do the double jump to get over the spikes on the helmet.
You have, and that's something that is very easy to miss-shoot at as well.
Well, I think you're not gonna run out of rings anytime soon, mate, so don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of the nature of the beast when you go for no-hit runs to Sonic games, but still.
Oh, yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. Those days are over for me, because I have Flame to record all the 2D Sonic games for me.
Yeah, and I just think, like, I have save states, I have emulation, so it'd be kind of fucking lazy not to, you know?
But, Sonic Blast, I guess that was a bit harsh, saying Labyrinth was better than it. Like, just the final boss and the extra boss alone put it above Labyrinth, who's, final boss I honestly can't remember. Like, all the bosses in that game were a bit crap, honestly, so...
I can remember the Spike Wall Man, and that's it.
Yeah, if I had to rank the games that we've covered so far, I would have to say Sonic 1 out of nostalgia, Chaos to Triple Trouble Blast.
I'd probably say Chaos, Triple Trouble, 1, this, then 2, maybe.
I'd probably go Chaos 1, 2, Triple Trouble this.
His face right up close to the window there, actually.
I can't believe this is happening. And I can't believe we actually made it. 3 hours of Sonic comms. Yeah, get shot on Death Egg. I didn't even realise we were actually inside the Death Egg because there was no mention of it. But I digress. We're done with 2D, so we're going to go back for a bit of a 3D throwback. Join us next time when we're taking another look at Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Ooh.
See you then.